Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool podcast. Welcome back to another watch along. Barcelona versus Osasuna. After that victory against Frankfurt in the Champions League, Barcelona are going to be playing one of their last games of the year against Osasuna. I believe this is going to be our last home game because we have one more game in La Liga to close off the year. I know in midweek we play against CD Guadalajara in the Copa del Rey, but just making sure. Not to be saying nonsense. So yeah, exactly. We have 3 games left in 2025, 1 at home and 2 away, one in the Copa del Rey and the other closing off the last game of the year against Villarreal away from home. And Villarreal, who's doing really well in La Liga, when you look at the table, they are actually third, but they are knocked out of the Champions League. Look at this right here. Oh my goodness, you have to go all the way to the bottom. They lost all 5 matches. Again, tied against Juventus, lost against Man City, lost against what? Bafos FC, 4-0 against Borussia Dortmund, and then lost against Copenhagen. Bro, a disaster campaign for Villarreal in the Champions League. But guys, that's not what we're interested in. We're interested in Barcelona. Let me put this right here. Let me bring in the audio. That way you guys can also hear it. Like stream.
Yeah,
there we go.
Then with Barcelona kicking from left to right in this first half. And we were trying to see how Osasuna might line up. Not in terms of at the back. We know it's going to be pretty much a back 5. But in terms of how this front 3 are going to set up. We know Ante Budimir is the focal point of the attack. Aimar Oroz, the number 10, isn't necessarily a winger. Victor Munoz could be. It looks like perhaps they will be both playing a little bit behind Ante Budimir. Nicely done by Argibide, who is starting in La Liga for only the 2nd time in his career. Inigo Argibide, but his first start on Monday night against Levante, did really well in that game and has kept his place. The bench.
I don't know why it just kicks me out at times.
Not the best throw in from Argibide.
Okay, back. Let me do that. All right.
And now a chance here for Rafinha, but he's quickly dispossessed. Rafinha playing in the number 10 role. We saw him in that position in the 2nd half against Eintracht Frankfurt. It's a position that he likes. And Marcus Rashford out on the left wing, looking to take advantage of his good form. Hansi Flick. Here is Rafinha.
Ooh, no foul? Referee.
Yamal winning possession back for Barcelona.
Ah, no foul. He gets the ball first.
To get to his feet.
It's just, he hits it. Hits Rafinha's knee. That's such an uncomfortable knock.
To the fact there that's a problem, isn't it? It's a heavy challenge from Lucas Toro. Don't think it's a foul. Don't think it's a free kick, but it is a.
Yeah, it's a tough challenge regardless.
Punching challenge. An aggressive challenge, which an Osasuna player is going to make in the early stage.
These are new commentators, by the way. I haven't heard them before.
It does seem to be moving okay.
Already missed a good chunk of the season, Rafinha, through injury. Didn't miss any games last season through injury. Only had 2 matches where he didn't feature, and both of those were due to international commitments rather than not being fit.
Okay. What's up, Thomas? Good to see you. How am I doing? 4-0 Barça? Let's go, Thomas. You're always spot on with the predictions. Good to see you, my friend.
This does seem to be the back 4 that Hansi Flick is favouring at the moment. He likes Eric Garcia in midfield, likes Gerard Martinez at centre-back. Here is Balde, bursting forward and finding Ferran.
Ferran, no! So close.
Really
he made a good run inside the box, but not able to.
Yeah, there was almost a challenge here, which possibly could have led to a penalty.
Not able to do much.
Just there, Herando just gets across him. Ferran Torres stays on his feet. Sharp play from Barcelona, despite the fact there's 3 central defenders. Ferran Torres almost found a little gap there to exploit.
Ball whipped in by Marcus Rashford. Cleared by Bretones.
I think we've come to learn that Hansi Flick is a manager that doesn't mind experimenting when it's chopping and changing players. If he can see something in a player that may be able to play in a different position, he'll try it. Recently we've seen Lamine Yamal playing the number 10, we've seen Rafinha playing number 10. I actually feel that Hansi Flick now is leaning towards this front four being his best front four. Especially with Dani Olmo not fit on a regular basis. Fermin Lopez is another option, but I think with Rafinha playing as the number 10, it gets Rashford in the team on the left, who's playing really well. Lamine Yamal, and then it's a tough pick between Ferran Torres and Lewandowski, because when they play, whichever one plays scores goals.
At the moment, Ferran,
It's a good headache for Hansi Flick.
in terms of the numbers, is his best ever goal-scoring season already.
A 5-4-1
last season,
for
he's already
Osasuna.
got 11 in the league. Here is Lamine. Two players coming across to try and stop him. He finds Koundé.
And that's a corner. What's up, NJ?
Another corner
When you
for
look at it,
Barcelona.
Ferran's positioning and reading the situation is so good.
They're showing urgency, aren't they, Barcelona? They're trying to keep the
It's
tempo
one of his
going high,
strengths.
and that's
We've
the right
seen
thing to
it
do.
season
Against
upon
a
season.
team that are playing a back five.
His movement and his
Defensive
position is
midfield
phenomenal.
players, you don't want to be going
The way
into
he's able to
the
find
second half and
spaces
still level
is
and
brilliant.
make that breakthrough.
But, you know, he doesn't have the finishing quality, I would say, of an elite striker.
It's stating the obvious to say if you Barcelona do get an early goal, then Osasuna at some stage will have to change their plan. They won't have to do it.
Angie, but do you
instantly,
think that
because that's not the
he's
thing
going to
do.
improve that aspect of his game?
His team, unless he
Or
has
do you think
conceded, it'll still be
that's
hard.
something that's
Maybe
just gonna
15 minutes to go,
be
they're still
always
in the
part of his game?
I know we've got the 1-goal deficit. Then they have to open.
Yeah, he does prefer scoring very difficult goals. That is true. My opinion in regards to that is
Barcelona have been coming
the
from
finishing
behind,
can be
conceded
improved
early goals, very early
to an
goals.
extent,
They scored
but
here after
ultimately I think
minutes.
it's instinct.
Betis scored after 6 minutes last week. Atletico Madrid scored here after 19 minutes. And of course, Barcelona have been able to come back in each of those games. Here is Rafinha.
Because when we think about it, you know, Ferran, he's very young. He's still only, what, 25, 26, around there? How old is Ferran?
See
He's 25.
to Gerard Martin. Boyomo.
Ferran is 25, so he still hasn't even hit his
Forward, the
peak.
second ball won by
When you think about it.
Moncayola, and Victor Munoz was almost away. And watch out for Victor Munoz. He is one of the fastest players in La Liga. Here's another one who's pretty rapid as well, Marcus Rashford. Just about running out of pitch.
Yeah, that was very interesting in watching Osasuna. I was watching Victor Munoz. He was back behind the ball. So there was the only player that was in advance of the ball was Antti Budimir. Victor Munoz was back behind the ball. Aymar Aroz was back behind the ball. But as soon as an Osasuna player had possession of the ball, Victor Munoz was like a sprinter out the starting.
Look at
box
that, Ter
to
Stegen
run
and
down the
Lewandowski
right
on the
flank
bench.
to try and make that run in behind.
Not an elite goal scorer, but more like a consistent scorer, if that makes sense.
And Victor Munoz is lightning quick, so
Yeah.
something Barcelona have to watch. And he can finish a chance as well.
There is Pedri, back to Eric Garcia. Koundé. He was the hero on Tuesday night with those 2 goals against Eintracht Frankfurt. It wasn't actually a particularly brilliant defensive performance from Jules Koundé against the Germans, but popping up with 2 massive goals to help Barcelona win. Koundé once again. Lamine.
Oh, Lamine.
Between 2 players, couldn't get past the third. Hernando lumping it forward. Kubasi
Great work, Warsi. Great work. What's up, Mustafa? Should it be Lamine central? I would have actually preferred that. If you're going to play Rafinha centrally, I'd... Oh, Eric Garcia with a pass.
Marcus Rashford. And
What a brilliant touch, Rashford. No.
Play on, says the referee.
Was there a foul?
And Rashford certainly.
We're gonna have to have a replay of that.
Is there any contact?
Ooh, hold up.
I'd be
In that situation, there isn't a touch on the ball.
Didn't look like there was any contact with the ball. Play on. And Victor Munoz is sprinting forward.
Oh my god.
Budimir is through. Can't find.
There we go, boys. Great job striking back.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing doing at the other end.
The referee... Okay, let me see before I say anything. Let me see the touch.
Here is Eric Garcia to Jules Koundé. That all came from a...
Well, I mean, the referee isn't calling it, so...
To find Rashford. Expert control from the Englishman. Here he goes again, Marcus Rashford.
Nice, Rashford. Look at that pace.
Pulls it back.
Ah! Try.
Pedri. Dinks it in towards Lamine Yamal, waiting for the ball to come down. Here is Lamine. And still Lamine. And Toro with the interception. Uncayola looking
A foul.
for the pass, and the foul against or on Lucas Toro slightly earlier was given. Let's take a look at this again.
Yeah, okay, so he's onside for sure.
Offside trap. The touch is good. I think it could have been better, but I think a bit further away from Rashford, then there's no chance of any challenge. Where they're looking at, and does Rashford deflect onto the leg of Argibida?
Okay, yeah.
Barcelona maybe seeing the 20-year-old who's only played a few games as a weakness that they can exploit. You said that Inigo Argibida played really well against Levante. It's one thing to do well
Not
against
penalty.
Roger Brugge for Levante, the left winger, and it is against Barcelona and Marcus Rashford.
Barcelona, as expected, with all the possession in these opening 11 minutes. Rafinha to Kubatsi. Looking for the run of...
Ah.
Far too powerful, that pass, and the...
It was a good try from Paco Garcia.
Sergio Herrera claiming. Trying to think of the right description there.
It was a good try.
Slightly off the mark. I know we all know what where you're trying to get to. Charismatic, yes, I'll go with that.
He's a character.
Yes.
Cayola making a nuisance of himself. Here is Victor Munoz. Spoke about him being fast. He is quite literally the second fastest player in La Liga this season. He's clocked a top speed of 35.4 kilometers per hour. Only Andre Ratiu of Rayo Vallecano has clocked a faster top speed. Here is Balde. And the Barcelona fans chanting that they want the Grada de Animación back in the stadium. Those are the fans, the supporters group that make the most amount of noise, usually behind the goal. They've been banned from the stadium for about a year now, after a argument with the club about unpaid fines to UEFA. Those were the fans that generated the most amount of atmosphere at Montjuic and in the Camp Nou. And the rest of the fans calling for their return, as they have been in most games since their expulsion.
Look at that.
The fans that are here trying to make a decent noise, but at times here at the new Camp Nou,
No, it's different.
Montjuic, you've noticed that it does sometimes get a bit quiet. Here is Lamine finding Rafinha.
Oh, Rafinha's so close. Look, I mean, looking at these opening 13 minutes, it's just been Barcelona trying to break Osasuna down. Osasuna, they haven't really done anything in the match, offensively speaking.
Yes, numbers game for Barcelona at the moment.
It's just going to be
5 for Osasuna, and then
how many chances can we create?
To make it almost a 6 and a 7.
Osasuna is making things so difficult to break them down. Oh, these games are so frustrating as well. Oh, Ferran. Ferran, you cleared it. Ferran, you cleared it.
Well, I think if maybe he left that might have crept in at the back post.
It might have been one of those where he could have done an intentional dummy.
Oh my gosh, Ferran, you seriously cleared that. What a pass from Lamine.
As it happens, it's an awkward finish in the end. From that range, when it bounces up, it's hard to get the right touch, the right
Ferran cleared that.
Under the crossbar to get it past the goalkeeper. Iniesta would have appreciated.
Oh, Andres Iniesta in the stands.
Flicked on to Munoz.
Unfortunate. The minimal gives a great pass to Ferran. Ferran gets in a good position, as always, but unable to finish. Do you want Rafinha and Lamine to switch positions? I'd experiment with that. At least for maybe a half, I'd experiment with that.
Here's Victor Munoz, dispossessed by Balde.
Oh, great work, Balde.
That's back with Munoz.
Great work, Rashford. And right here, it's a difficult finish. I'm going to be honest. It's not an easy finish for Ferran.
I don't think Barcelona will mind.
But he gets a touch on it and it just goes over the goal.
Because Barcelona will be thinking if we do get the opportunity to steal the ball back, there might be a counter-attack on.
Flicked on by Toro. Into Budimir, who turns. Well, he didn't connect as he would have wanted, the Croatian. And it's simple enough for Joan Garcia. First sight of goal for Osasuna.
I feel he possibly should have done better there as well.
Oh, Rafinha. No. The keeper's there.
Rafinha does make such a difference to this Barcelona side.
He does, and it's interesting to see the impact he has on the number 10 position. We know his ability with the ball, and everyone knows now that how important he is when Barcelona don't have possession. How he instigates that quick closing down, doesn't allow teams then the opportunity to get the heads up and find the pass and try and beat the offside trap in the other half of the pitch. He's so good on the left, that's the problem.
Here is Balde.
Oh, that's a great cross. No.
Ball in from Marcus Rashford, which we just saw there. We've seen him do that.
Great work, Martin.
Season, and it's been really effective.
Great work.
He played a very similar pass for the first goal against Eintracht Frankfurt on Tuesday night.
And it was interesting watching the movement of Rafinha.
Find Rafinha.
He joined up with Ferran Torres. Two players were in there attacking that cross because already they've learned that that's the quality and it's the type of cross that Rashford likes to do.
Oh, Lamine.
He's got Bertones for company. Back to Koundé.
Ooh. Bad pass from Rafinha.
And at the moment, Osasuna just about managing to keep Barcelona at bay.
Yeah, they are. They're doing their job. They're frustrating Barcelona. Yes, it's only the 18th minute of the game. Here's the chance for Budimir. It doesn't really look... Didn't look confident in that.
It's not a comfortable finish.
As it should be. He just swipes at the ball. I think the player he has got 4 goals this season, not his usual amount of goals, not prolific as he usually is, and maybe just lacking that sharpness and confidence that we normally associate with Antti Budimir.
Chance here for Osasuna to come forward, and Ross finds the pass he was looking for, and it's Argibide striking forward, and Budimir
straight to the hands of Joan Garcia. Okay, first shot on target for, well, second shot on target for Budimir.
And another shot on target from Osasuna. And again, the visitors threatening to break through that high line.
Yeah, just 2 in the end, was there, Osasuna players, and there was, in fairness to Barcelona, half a dozen making the effort to track.
Yeah.
There was a couple of near offside calls there, which have become irrelevant. But you don't want Boomer having too many of those half chances that we've seen so far.
Pedri winning possession back for Barcelona.
Oh,
Here's the shot from Pedri.
to the hands of the goalkeeper.
The goals already in the league this season for Pedri.
That has to be the intention.
That bounces just before Herrera. The type of shot that a goalkeeper can spill. So is this one as well, but comfortably dealt with by Sean Garcia. Made very little fuss about making that save. It was struck with some power from Antti Budimir, who knew he had to get his shot away. He's not the quickest. He's never. We did the game against Levante, and 2 or 3 times he got caught in possession in and around the penalty box. Where he probably
It's going to be difficult to break down Osasuna with them defending like this.
So on that occasion, he was quick to get the shot away.
It's Koundé, Rafinha, switching it out to Marcus Rashford. Thought about the ball in, instead finds Pedri. Here's Balde. The give and go with
Oh,
Rashford
nice.
is a good one.
Ah,
Well watched again.
that's a good idea. Rafinha available in the middle, but the cross wasn't able to reach him.
Ross comes away with it. Checks back. There's space for Munoz if they can find him, but the pass was blocked.
That's the importance of
Great work.
there, isn't it?
Barcelona's recovering the ball really well.
Over and the opposition's their eyes light up. They think they've got half a pitch to play a ball into. But someone like Pedri and Eric Garcia, they have to get there and snap into that challenge and make those blocks.
Here is Marcus Rashford
Ah.
to roll with the block for Osasuna.
Yes, Rashford.
Marcus Rashford to win the throw for Barcelona. The shot from Eric Garcia just wide.
Ooh. What a shot.
Effort from Eric Garcia. Sergio Herrera at full stretch. All of this, though, comes from the defensive.
Oh my.
Marcus Rashford to press to win.
If
that
Eric
throw.
Garcia scored that,
There, the shot.
And that's where Hansi Flick has been looking for improvement all season. We saw Pedri blocking a pass in the attacking half of the pitch like Pedri did is the equivalent of blocking a shot at the other end of the pitch on the edge of the penalty box for most teams. And that's the importance of how Barcelona have to treat that.
Ah,
you can't
Rafinha
allow
was
one of
it.
the three centre-backs to get his
Look
head
at look how
outside the pass.
close that shot goes wide.
Pedri didn't allow
Oh,
that.
Rafinha, you're in space right here.
Rafinha bursting through. And it opened up there just for a minute for Rafinha. He out-muscled
Okay.
Ross. Pedri out to Lamine. He gets it back. Lamine Yamal. He's going to take the shot on.
Good stuff from Herrera.
As far as Pedri. In towards Koundé.
Ah!
What an important header that was from Abel Bretones.
Deflected at the last second.
It's deflection, wasn't it? Crowd playing their part now. And why not? The home team are showing playing with urgency. Osasuna clearly are a threat.
They're feeling the pressure right now.
Opposition.
Lamine finding Rafinha in space.
Super hard with so many bodies there.
And Ferran with the header.
Oh, it
The
counts.
flag has stayed down. Ferran finds the top corner with his header. It's his 12th league goal of the season. And Barcelona have the breakthrough.
Is Ferran onside?
Going to claim the offside, aren't they? It's going to be interesting.
It's. We're gonna need to see a replay on that.
We'll be hoping, of course, that it goes their way. It did look offside, and you saw some of the Barcelona players look across and not sure whether to celebrate or not. It's a lovely finish from Ferran Torres. He finds himself in space. We'll see in the replay.
Rafinha does well to keep the ball alive. Doesn't want to take the shot because it's going to get blocked.
Three chances that Barcelona could have had a shot.
He's onside.
But he's onside.
That's a goal.
Defender is late stepping up. I think it's Arendo who's very late in stepping up. It's Budimir.
No, it's Budimir who's late on stepping up.
So you've got three centre-backs. And the centre forward is the
Oh, they must be feeling so frustrated. They defended really well in these opening 25 minutes, but it just takes one pass, one mistake, and Barcelona punish them.
Slow to get out. His defensive instincts are not like Catania, Boyomo, Arendo.
There we go, Ferran.
He was stretching, Ferran Torres. It's a lovely ball in. He was having to stretch. But he has made that run on 2 or 3 occasions already, in behind the packed.
He's onside, no?
Defense in the penalty area, either from crosses from Rashford, Lamine Yamal, and on this occasion it's a lovely glancing header to beat Sergio Herrera.
Now here, I think they're looking at an offside earlier in the move.
Earlier in the
Pointing to
move.
the corner, rather than the box. Something is being looked at, obviously.
Because look at this, Ferran is onside right here.
Onside clearly.
Yes.
Marcus Rashford is putting it in the cross, and he's onside. Ah, no, it's offside.
That we all missed.
Okay, unfortunate.
So there was an offside.
From where? From who?
There.
Oh my
A
God.
reprieve for Budimir. So that was, in terms of a phase of play now, how long before that phase of play is a different one? I know it's in the same area of the pitch, but we're playing for another 45 seconds. Barcelona could have had a couple of attempts at goal. That's not offside. I guess that's...
Oh, man. Okay, so the Ferran goal, Ferran isn't offside. It's Lamine Yamal who's offside.
They didn't make a conscious effort to run out.
As soon as Barcelona take the corner.
And catch Barcelona offside. So they've got lucky there, Osasuna, in particularly Budimir.
Yeah, they got lucky there, man.
A real reprieve for the visitors.
Unfortunate.
I guess in terms of phases of play, Barcelona still had the ball.
Yeah.
There was no
Right here in the corner.
In the build-up.
When Rafinha passes it to Lamine Yamal is in an offside position.
Barcelona come back.
That's just not being locked in, not concentrated. But it is what it is. All good. 26 minutes in, we scored a good goal. We just need to up the chance creation.
Looked even better in slow motion.
Oh, what a pass. Ah.
Who's looked lively down that left-hand side.
Marcus Rashford, he's been playing well so far throughout the course of the match.
And his numbers are good this season, Marcus Rashford. 6 goals, 8 assists in all competitions.
Just have a look at the offside here.
By a boot.
Offside as well.
A boot.
He's ahead of the ball. His heel was ahead of the ball. Don't see that too often, do you? For the short corner, someone actually in an offside position.
Yeah. Here, let me see if I can find the image of the offside.
He's off to the African Cup of Nations with Cameroon. They will miss him. Enzo Boyomo has been one of Osasuna's best players. Dispossessed. Oros looking for Moncayola, only finding Koundé. Koundé to Rafinha. It's Pedri.
Is he in both of the Cameroon squads? Because there's been 2 picked, isn't there? One by Samuel Eto'o, who's the president, and one by the coach.
He's definitely going.
Yeah. I think Eto'o tried to sack the manager and realised that the understanding is that he hasn't got the power to sack the manager. So the manager stays in place. Eto'o's picked a squad. The manager's picked a squad.
Here is Balde chipping it in towards Rafinha, who leaves it for Lamine. A low cross from Koundé. Pedri, Rashford.
Ah!
To flick it on. And here is Victor Munoz with space to run into. That's what he wants. Still Munoz, who just burst his way through, and that is a foul. Well, no, not according to
No
the
foul.
referee, who was right
Bro, the
there.
pace for Munoz was
Like an arm
crazy.
come across from Gerard Martin.
He's so electric.
Not too many complaints.
Oh, let me want to touch.
I think it was a foul.
At the other end, here's Lamine. Boyamor calmly done. But we saw there the threat of the pace of Victor Munoz, who decided to just try and go through the Barcelona defence using his speed.
Well, it probably is preferable to playing it into Budimir. I mean, it's a big ask to run from your own half of the pitch.
No, he's shoulder to shoulder. That's not a foul.
I thought the challenge was more significant than what we saw on the replay.
Nope.
Here's Rashford. Pedri.
Okay.
Lamine, Koundé up ahead of him.
Ah, it really gets that. The cross.
If we see an average position of the Osasuna 3 central defenders, it's going to be in their own penalty area. They're defending so deep.
Yes.
It might be the game that Lewandowski might be the answer.
Oh ho ho.
If they're content to sit deep like that and defend crosses in their own 6-yard box, then
Yeah.
admittedly we've seen Ferran Torres score.
You might be looking to have
In
a.
that position, but it might be the type of game that's better for Lewandowski or as well as Ferran Torres.
That's shoulder to shoulder. That's not a foul. From Gerard
Here's
Martin.
Lamine. Koundé to
Half an hour gone. Barcelona, as expected, setting the tone of the game. Appreciation from the supporters.
Yeah, they've certainly played at a decent pace. There's been half chances, but you can say that about Osasuna as well.
What happened with the commentators now? They switched them. Oh my. We have these guys now. I was enjoying the other pundits.
Kunda makes a great move on the blind side of the Osasuna defence across the face of goal and almost saved by accident by
Oh my God.
keeper Sergio Herrera.
Arando gets away.
We had the B team.
The run of Koundé. Koundé's run right past him.
Gerard Martin doesn't quite get there. Budimir goes a fraction
Oh,
early.
Joan Garcia, what a save.
Big save from Joan Garcia. And once he comes back into play, the flag goes
Hoo
up.
hoo. Wow.
Confirms that Budimir was offside.
Oh, he just had to hold his run, didn't he? Just there.
Even still, what a save from Joan Garcia.
Play from Munoz to find Budimir.
We're watching from the sidelines, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's the backup keeper again today.
And that's going to be his spot. That's going to be his position in the team. Left bench.
Is the undisputed number 1.
So, I don't want to be hearing him.
Szczęsny has picked up a bout of the flu, which is going around Spain at the moment.
Yeah.
So ter Stegen
Szczęsny has the flu, and that's why he isn't in the squad. Not even on the bench.
So far in this game, Victor Munoz down that right-hand side.
Look, even the microphone is all messed up. Bro, just switch the commentators. Give me the other commentators. But
Martin in that last move.
what a save from Joan.
no short corner this time. It didn't work, of course, when the goal
Look
was
at that right there.
disallowed. Ferran Torres getting into an argument with the goalkeeper Sergio Herrera. Herrera complaining, standing on his toes. They do take the short corner. Goes to Pedri.
Barcelona able to take advantage of the corner.
Out of those positions. Have a shot, why not? Open invitation to Alejandro Balde.
That would have been by his best goal of his career.
Probably on that occasion, not the best decision. Yeah, and that's what Hansi Flick was saying. A couple more passes, he'll get another cross into the box. A waste from Balde. Certainly not going to be playing out from the back, are they, Osasuna? They go long and then try and pick up the bits and pieces.
Pedri to Balde. Rashford
Oh,
on the outside of it. Rashford to Balde. The Englishman looking to make the right pass. Lamine Yamal. Finds Koundé.
no, Eric. He takes a shot outside the box.
He's become a bit of a cult figure in these parts.
A cult figure.
With his right foot, there's Dani Olmo. Gavi, as they're out injured at the moment. Two players that play in the number, or can play in the number 10 role. One that Rafinha's playing in tonight.
Yeah.
Some great analysis by Ali Moreno before the game about the role that Rafinha's playing. Saying how dangerous he is when he makes runs beyond the front players, into the space behind. That's what he has been doing for the last year and a half.
Nice bit of trickery there from Lamine Yamal. No doubt it was going to be a yellow card. Bretones in the book. Yamal. Koundé to Eric Garcia. Rafinha on this touchline has the roaming role. It's a little bit of experimentation from Hansi Flick, who's had a system. The players have worked to it. Rashford's form has been so good that he's mixed things up tonight, and that's a horrible. Emir and Kubasi. Of course, Kubasi had his issues at the start of the season when he was like Garcia, forced to play in a mask.
Oh, that hurts.
Clash of heads, it's a nasty one as well.
Oh, well, clash of heads is always
at the last minute.
hurts.
Caught on the cheek, which can be very painful and a major problem. Certainly no blame attached to either player. Both trying to win the ball.
An impromptu watering break. Both coaches taking the opportunity to get their tactical points of view over to the players. Frenkie de Jong sitting out again from the start. He's had the injury and illness issues in recent weeks.
You found Pedri?
Pedri. Balde to Rashford.
I think Hansi Flick at the moment thinks they are more solid with Eric Garcia in that central midfield. He's nowhere near as good on the ball as Frenkie de Jong.
That's true, but offensively he gives you so much.
The ball back that little bit quicker. He can go in between his centre halves as well at times.
Pedri.
No, Rashford, that wasn't the right pass.
Osasuna are defending particularly well, it has to be said.
Maldini. Lamine
Yamal.
Rafinha,
Which
take the
way
shot,
will
take the
he
shot.
sway? Back to Rafinha. Enough bodies in the way, ultimately blocked by Errando, the player drafted in as the extra defender tonight. I do say don't change your winning team if you're a coach, but a little more safety first than last week when they beat Levante Osasuna, and so far it's working. Here is Rashford. Balde. Mati. Kubasi to Eric Garcia. Yamal. Koundé.
See, dominating possession. There's nothing to show for it so far.
73%. Balde. This needs to be maybe a little bit more forthright.
Once again, Victor Munoz showing a bit of pace to match Bell as he tried to go down the outside.
Ferran Torres creating a distraction. The taller players all huddled together into the near post, but Torres with a tidy header away. Victor Munoz with Budimir eventually catching them up.
Okay.
There was that pace.
Great job, Garcia.
Pedri on that occasion. As you said, nobody really in support of him to make the next run.
Sunday.
Okay. The Gerard Maldini hype trade is real. Oh, Ferran.
Oh, brilliant ball.
Nah,
Great understanding with
there isn't a
Ferran
shot
Torres.
available there.
Yamal.
Putting the cross.
Beating
No.
two defenders, beating the third defender. Can he beat the goalkeeper? Overhead kick. Oh, that was brilliant from Ferran Torres after a bit of magic from Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal had the shot. I'm not complaining because Lamine Yamal had the shot. Yeah, right there.
Back down on the right hand side. Could he have shot there? No, chops it again.
Oh, Ferran, that was so
What an effort
close.
from Ferran Torres, a player in great confidence at the moment.
Oh, my.
What a pleasure to watch this young man in action.
You may have seen he was awarded Player of the Month before the game. Lamine Yamal. And Torres, when he's getting the action, he's doing a brilliant job.
Look at
On
this.
average, he's scoring a goal every 90 minutes. Of course, he's not playing 90 minutes every match, and quite often he's...
Ferran bicycle kick. Slightly.
But his goals to minutes ratio...
Oh, I want to see something.
best in
Oh.
Europe.
It's not just that, it's been his movement. You said it just before they got the shot away. The understanding between Yamal and
Yeah.
get the ball into his path, the movement of Ferran Torres.
What changes would you guys make in the second half, if any? Because Barcelona, they've been playing really well this half.
Draw a very high line again. Kubasi's header. They always give you a chance. 8 times this season they've allowed the opposition to score first, including the last 4 games. Is that a bookable offence? To be a cheap one to give away for Arando. Could considerably be seen as kicking the ball away.
Could have been seen as a handball against Kunde.
There is that. Bode. Rashford.
Good cross.
Yamal.
No, that was a poor cross from Lamine.
Toro. To Munoz for once he loses out. Rashford. Pedri. Perpetual movement from Barcelona. Lamine Yamal. Garcia. Pedri, good to see him.
Oof.
Completely fit again. Rashford. Balde's on his
Oh, Martin with a cross.
At the
No!
far post comes Lamine Yamal, but
Lamine,
strong
why'd you get in the
defending
way?
from Aymar Aroth.
Goes out for goal kick. Look at these stats. 80% possession. 80%.
Goalkeeper winning no friends in the
How many passes have Osasuna have?
consuming tactics.
50.
He will
50
likely
passes.
keep a clean sheet here. Odds are stacked against him. Lamine Yamal.
Hold on, let me see.
Kunde. Garcia. Kubasi to Martin. It's a sharpness about the passing. Can there be an end product? Arando heads away. Little touch from Aymar. 2 minutes for Osasuna to hang on. Yamal. Poor pass by his standards.
Well, you can see what he was looking for, that little diagonal ball.
Oh my gosh, what?
Lots of teams' problems. We just saw another one
Hold
from
on.
Rashford on the
Let
other
me see
side.
something,
And it
guys.
was Koundé making that run from right back into the centre forward position. Maybe a slightly frustrated Lewandowski. I think he must realise that Ferran Torres in recent weeks has been a better player.
Well, it shows the strength of Barcelona when Hansi Flick can leave Ter Stegen and Lewandowski to time-served top-class international players watching on the sidelines.
How can I share this?
As well.
Well, as Eli Moreno said before the game, it's a real joy, you think, for Hansi Flick to have these options.
There's Balde. Overruns it. Little task for Balde is to go the full 90 minutes, says Hansi Flick. Something he's managed only twice so far this season. Generally, he'd been replaced by Gerard Martin, but of course Martin is now a starter at centre-half alongside Barça and looking every inch the left-sided centre-back. I think the odds on getting yellow carded tonight are shortening.
I'm not sure he's taking that long. The crowd are whistling. It's whether the referee buys what the crowd are saying. Just going back to what you mentioned earlier, in midweek, Balde still came off, but Martin went to left back and Christensen came in at centre half.
Okay, there we go.
To be fair to Balde, he kind of does two jobs.
All right.
Gets back in defence, but full of willing and running on that far side of the field. Here is Lamine Yamal. Koundé.
The half has flown by. Absolutely flown by.
For the time they spent looking at the disallowed Ferran Torres goal. Garcia. Balde.
Ooh.
Shot. It shows the desperation that has crept into the Barcelona play.
Well, I don't think Hansi Flick's going to be pleased with that, and some of the other players shook their head at the shot. Quick feet, great feet from Yamal. And it ended up with an overhead kick from this man here, Ferran Torres.
We've had good opportunities. Unable to make the most out of them. Unlucky.
Well, so far, mission accomplished for the team from the beautiful city of Pamplona. There's Budimir. Victor Munoz. Half stopped by Gerard Martin.
There we go.
Koundé.
Ah, Koundé, why would you make that pass?
In the end, Jean Garcia did well to prevent the corner.
Every so often, he just has a lapse moment, doesn't he, Koundé? One in midweek, poor head up back to his goalkeeper that was intercepted. That one was a strange pass.
Barcelona is using every inch of the new Camp Nou. Launches it into the near post. Garcia wins the header. Barcelona a little slowing coming out here. Toro teases it.
Yeah, that's offside.
And then the offside is
All right.
confirmed by Jude.
And that's half time.
Garcia on the far side of the field.
Well, the tactics now, about how high the line they play and offside. The crowd have got used to it. They shout offside. 45,000, 50,000 of them did it on that occasion.
Of course, they've won every home game in 3 different stadia this season, Barcelona. Home fans have come to expect. Eric Garcia. Koundé. Yamal.
No, Rafinha, that was a chance. Oh, there was a chance.
Ferran Torres, he can't get it.
Oh my gosh.
One then for Barcelona on the brink of
Oh, that was it. That was it. That was the 1-0.
Well, he probably missed the best one. Rafinha, they are just looking at something here.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
He held.
They were probably looking for a handball or anything, but that's just, Not able to do much. Not able to do much. And we go into the halftime space. No. Yeah, that was the offside for Lamine Yamal. Wait, where is it? Is there images of that last chance? No. Okay, all good. All right, guys, I'm gonna be posting the link for those who want to join. Well, we can talk about the match. I post it on X and on the post section on YouTube. Nil. Halftime. Audio. Put that right there. NJ, welcome, my friend.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right, man. Just chilling,
All right. Just chilling. A chill Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that first half? I know we really haven't done much, but 0-0 at home against Osasuna. Well, what do you make of the game so far?
All right, so I'll be honest. So our defense, great. Like no problem with the defense. Like they're on their game, right? Like maybe there'll be like two mistakes. It happens, but
No.
overall
Yep.
the defense is on point. The positioning was not a problem at all because we have it most of the time. My main
Uh-huh.
issue is that they were missing the opportunity that was given to them. Like they were like four times that they had an opportunity that they were given, but they keep missing it and they keep like overdoing it. Like like Ferran did, Yamal did, then Rafinha, stuff like that. But that's the only main issues I had with the half, like the goal opportunities that we had
Mm-hmm.
was not taken.
Which one do you think is the worst one? Because you had, I'm looking at the chances that we created so far. We had, I'm thinking maybe this one was the best one that we've had.
Yeah, the offside one, right?
No, the offside one is this right here, and this one is where Lamine Yamal is offside in the corner flag.
Yeah. I feel like the first picture that you showed me earlier, yeah, I think that was the chance.
This one was at the start of the match. Lamine Yamal cross,
Yeah, that
and then
was.
Ferran, he clears it
Yeah,
honestly. Like
yeah,
he's trying to get a touch on it to put it on target, go for a goal, but he he clears it, goes over the
yeah. No,
over
he
the
tried to
goal.
like chip in, yeah, but
Uh huh.
it's how at that moment it was too fast for him, but
Yeah, it
whatever.
was just like it's
He
just a
could have
hard
done
opportunity.
better.
I'm
Yeah,
not I'm
he
not
could have
bashing or
done
anything.
better, but it is what it is. But I feel like yeah, most of the chances were like wasteful. Like when that one v one with Lamine, he could have just like side how do you just curved the shot.
Are you
Could
referring to this one right here at the?
like near the late 30s and early 40s.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if I have it.
The
Are you
one like
talking?
where the one where like Ferran did the bicycle
Oh
cut.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's this one right here. Okay, so yes, so this chance right.
yeah,
I mean, this bicycle kick from Ferran, he got into a good position.
yeah,
Lamine
yeah. It
Yamal,
did.
I'm thinking he could have taken the shot, but instead he wanted to get the
Yeah, I
cross.
know. He could have
And
just curved the shot, like curved the
mm-hmm.
shot. Then Ferran could have at least like
Uh-huh.
chipped it, tap it in
Exactly.
if he missed. But that was like I feel like the main opportunity that we missed.
Uh-huh. But I want to talk about, this comment from from Van Lee because he
He
says
missed all
Jean
of them.
Martin looks great and
Yeah,
he's been phenomenal. He Jean Martin in that left center back role is unreal, if we're being
yeah,
honest.
he's really good.
Every
Yes,
single
I
time
agree.
Victor Munoz is trying to counter. Every single time
Mhm.
Osasuna, they're trying to break. He's there to just cut off the action, break the pass, recover, defend well. and he's been absolutely impeccable. Sake, welcome, my friend. What do you make of the first half?
Elias, sorry to interrupt. I
Yep.
mean, I won't be surprised by like by March or late February that Martin will be like a fan favorite. Like he will be end up becoming like a Eric Garcia type importance. You know? Yeah. No. I'm not joking. No, yeah. Am I joking? What?
I
Yeah.
No,
don't
no,
know.
no. Like you're on the money right there. Like he could
He's
become
not
a
world
fan
class. He's not
favorite.
world class. Let's be real, not world class. But he's solid. Like he will do his
No,
job.
he's super solid, and
Yeah.
we
Right.
can't make any
I
statements
think
as of yet because this is his first time in that position where we're seeing him have a continuity of the games. We need to
Yeah.
see J. Martin in there for a couple months.
Yeah.
Then you can
Exactly.
have that
Yeah.
discussion of
Yeah.
saying, hey, is he going to be our center back long term?
All right. Go ahead. It's like a third interrupt. Go ahead.
yeah, no, it's no problem. I was just saying Diego Simeone needs to learn this terrorism of all from Osasuna managers. I mean, they are literally playing with the six players at the back at some points.
Yeah.
It is crazy, man. There is no spaces. Even after 2 to 3 players from our team are making run, Rashford is making run, Balde, Kunde, Lamine, even Rafinha is trying to make runs from in between. Still, there is no space to attack the
No.
goals.
Yeah.
It's
It is
crazy
possible.
how they are defending.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean,
Frankfurt also. Frankfurt conceded 6 goals against Leipzig and they were defending like crazy against us. This team also doing the same, I think.
Yeah. It is what.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the
It
fan base
is.
was worried. No, but J. Martin he's been fantastic over these past couple of weeks
Yeah.
as he's transitioned.
Rightfully
Um,
so, man.
he's been amazing, and he deserves the praise. But talking about Osasuna, talking about the game so far and like the overall performance, I don't think that Barcelona have been playing bad. I think
Yeah.
that
Not bad.
Osasuna have defended well. I think that's a difference. I think
Yes.
Do you
Barcelona,
think
we've
we
created the
created any
chances.
clear cut? Do you think we created any clear cut scoring chances, big chances?
I think so. I think so. I
Yeah.
think this chance right here from Lamine Yamal. Look, if that's a Lewandowski, I'm not saying that it's a 100%
But the higher the
goal,
chances.
yeah,
Yeah.
goal chance of scoring, but Lewandowski, he at least gets it on target in this position
Yeah.
right here. I think that was our first great chance. Eric Garcia, following up in the 21st minute, he had a
He's been
great
solid, bro.
shot.
He has been
He,
solid, bro.
Eric Garcia has also been super solid. He's gotten a great
Yeah,
shot. You
especially.
can see how
That
close.
the first lob pass to Rashford earlier, like what, like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh
Rashford,
yes,
yeah, like freaking like Rashford should have just banked the shot, but oh well,
yeah.
that's what it is. Go ahead, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Um, no, we
Yeah,
create
I was just
the
yeah,
goal that was
I
ruled
was just saying
offside.
about Eric Garcia,
Hmm.
especially in terms of breaking up the play, winning the ball in the midfield. Eric Garcia is doing good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm looking at the images right here. Osasuna, they've had some dangers. They had this
Yeah,
opportunity
yeah.
right here, but it was ruled offside. Joan Garcia does a great job of defending
Yes.
that. My stance on the second half is how we're going to be looking to dictate the game because yes, Osasuna they're defending really well. Sake, as you mentioned, at times they're defending with a bank of five and even a bank of six. I'm looking at the
Mm-hmm.
images right here, and
Yeah.
there's times where yes, it's five defenders in the back line, but Budimir drops in, goes into the midfield, and then you have a two banks of five or a bank of six and a bank of four. It's really hard for Barcelona to defend in that position. And so, what changes are we going to be making in the second half to, dictate
Yeah,
and
I think
change some things?
yeah, yeah. Commentator was suggesting that we need to put Lewandowski and cross the ball multiple times to him. I think this will be the only way. I think because we have tried everything with wingers, playing a
Mm-hmm.
finesse 10.
Okay.
I would
So I
also
think
say,
Lewandowski would. Yeah, go on.
yeah. So I would say like later on, like sub off Kunde and put Eric on the right, then bring Frankie to like break that play, like behind
No.
from the defenders. Like you know what I mean? Like a lot of passes from Frankie.
NJ, and that's actually a good point because Van Lee he says, should Frankie be worried that a center back has benched him?
Nah,
Eric Garcia's counter
it's
pressing is
different
why
game.
Frankie is not playing. So how do you respond to that comment from Van Lee? How do you view that CDM position, because in these past couple of matches, even though Frankie de Jong has been fit, he hasn't been starting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with Flick, he has probably have told Frankie like, "Yo, you're not gonna start this game because we need Eric's pressing and more like calmness in it." Because again with Frankie, he's just all offense with him. That's the difference between him and Eric, right? So I feel like because of because of how Osasuna's positioning right now, Blake felt like, if one mistake happens from Frankie, they're all gonna counter against Barca. So that's why they needed Eric in this game to like, balance it out with the offense and defense, right?
Here's my stance. I do think that Frankie de Jong, he should be worried because we've seen Eric Garcia involved in every. I think right now Hansi Flick has found that backline that works with Gerard Martin in that left center back role. Balle, Kouarsi, Koundé. I think that's going to be the back line for the season
Yeah.
and for the big games. I don't think the back line is going to change unless injuries happen or anything like that. And so, where do you play like Eric Garcia? Because Eric Garcia at this point in
Right
time,
back.
he's just playing
Sometimes,
so well,
yeah,
and we've been seeing him in that CDM position offer really good performances.
yeah,
And this is not a detriment to Frankie de Jong, but we know the profile of player that he is. He's not
yeah,
going to be a recoverer of the ball. He's not going to be a destroyer.
yeah,
He's going to be sort of a controller. And
yeah.
so when you look at the partnership between Pedri and let's say another midfielder, which partnership is going to work the best? And Eric Garcia, because he alleviates so much of that defensive work off of the
He has a
hands
shout from there.
of Pedri, it makes him play in a much better level. But then again, the quality of Frankie de Jong is just I don't think you can argue with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So for me, it just depends on the matchup, right? As well. Like who suits beside Paddy. Because again, there'll be games where like Casado suits more than Frankie. Then there'll be games where like Frankie suits more. Then there'll be a game where like Eric suits both any situation, right? So it's a good it's a good stress for like to decide which one to play, in that game. So it's
Okay.
overall at some point all of them will play at some point games, right? Depends on the matchup.
Okay. Sake, what do you make of that comment from Van Lee?
What was the comment?
Should Frankie be worried that a center back
Uh,
has benched him? Eric Garcia is counter pressing is why Frankie de Jong is not
yeah,
playing. And Van Lee continues on. He says Frankie on
yeah,
late to
I
squeeze out
think,
tight games as a controller is kind of clutch.
Yeah.
I think now it will depend on how Eric Garcia performs. So far, he has been excellent. So
Yeah.
maybe if someone gets injured in the left back or right back position, then Eric will be shifted to that position. Then Frankie will get the chance.
And
Otherwise,
and also the good
but
thing about Eric
Frankie
is
should be playing. I don't know. He hasn't done anything. Frankie hasn't done anything to get bench.
no,
In that Chelsea
it's
game
not about
also,
doing
he was playing alone.
second.
Pedri was injured. I think he had a fever, so
He's
he
not doing
missed the
something
game,
wrong though.
and Eric took his place. So it is understandable that now he's starting on the bench.
Yeah, but saying you have to understand it doesn't mean the player got benched, doesn't mean he did something wrong. It's just that the coach read the situation that that this player has been doing good form and that it's been balanced. It's not because he got benched and then he's
Yeah,
not good anymore. It's just it depends on the matchup as well, right? So for me, like it's not really a problem because again the season is still long. Mar- m- from February to like end of the season, that's where everybody's gonna be like super busy, like and every player gonna have a role no matter what, right? And
No.
also, I feel like with Eric Griffin, he's not gonna complain about minutes because he knows that no matter what, he will
No.
play at some point during the game, either starter or bench or coming in
No.
like the last 2 minutes, right? So end of the day, Eric Griffin has a win-win situation no matter where he goes.
Yeah,
Like
no, Eric Garcia has been phenomenal. I think he
yeah,
adds like so much to the game. You see Barcelona, recovering the ball quicker. You see them, being more, looking much more solid
organized.
defensively. Um, let's see what changes Hansi
Yeah.
Flick makes in that second half. So far, Hansi Flick hasn't made any substitutions.
you
I do believe
at
I
least
feel like
in.
he should. I feel like he should put
at
Rafinha left,
at
then Rooney right. Later on.
Okay, okay, that's a
yeah
shout. That's a shout.
Then Lamine ten, I
at
guess.
least in the first at least in the first test we got one positive. We didn't concede the first goal.
Yeah,
No,
it's getting
After
better
all
though.
these
It's
matches,
getting
we
better.
were conceding the first goal.
that
It's
is
getting
true.
better though. It's getting better. With their reading of the offside trap.
Yeah. So But before we start the second half, score predictions. NJ, it's like what do you
I'll
guys
just say, I'll be real. If the game is tight, I'll say 2-1.
two
But
one?
the moment that the next 15 minutes, if they score two goals, then I'll end it with 3-0. If that was the case, but
Okay.
I'll say 2-1 for
Yeah.
2-1.
It's okay.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm tired of this score prediction because every time we predict the score and every time the score is, very
Yeah, I
different from
mean,
what we have predicted. So I
Yeah.
don't see the point personally.
what's
Yeah.
the point though? It's just
It's
predicting you. Is that
yeah,
right though? It's not right or wrong. It just depends on
yeah, 3-2, 3-2. Then let's go for entertaining game.
Okay. Okay. I'm
3-2.
gonna go
Dang,
for I'm gonna go
we
for
go.
1-0. I think it's gonna be a tight affair. If a goal comes, early in the second half, I think that's where you can see, the floodgates
Yeah,
open.
they just
But
need to win the game, man. Just end the season, man. Hey, just end the year. I mean, just end
yeah,
the year. With a
exactly.
win,
Just end the year
then
on a
move
high
on.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But all right, guys, I'll see you
All
there
right.
for
See
the
ya.
match reaction if you guys do tune in.
bye.
But okay, so second half about to get underway. Super, super exciting. Um, let's see what Barcelona can do in the second half. Whether we can show and create a little bit more
Has a
danger.
fantastic mentality, which isn't exactly the reference that he came with from.
There, you even hear the Spanish commentators as well.
Lamine Yamal cuts inside, looking for somebody to give him a little outlet here. Three defenders dancing with him. Tries to go through the defender. Good
You
defending
can hear the Spanish
by
commentators, bro.
Osasuna.
Did Kane reject us? If not, I did a deep dive on Guidassi, ranked number 4 in pressing behind your cousins Julian and Lautaro, who are number 1 and 2. Osimhen is number 5.
Here's Gerard Martin.
Bentley, before we go into any conversation in regards to a striker, I think first we need to see what happens with Lewandowski. Is Lewandowski going to stay for one more season or not?
Breathing down his neck there, standing on his toes.
I do believe that we need a striker. I don't believe that we can go into next season having Ferran as our number 1. Even though he's been phenomenally well, we call him the Shark. At times he's been on a great goal scoring run.
White shirted.
I don't think that he can go into next season. I don't think we can go into next season counting Ferran to be our number 1. I think he's a great number 2, but we need an elite striker. So, who do you bring in? Harry Kane, ideal replacement. You bring on a world-class elite striker who's been one of the best of this past generation. Do Bayern Munich want to let him go? How much would they be asking for? Is that realistic? Go after Harry Kane. That's my number 1 objective. Go after Harry Kane. If Harry Kane isn't available, okay. Does Hansi Flick want Guidassi? Does Hansi Flick want Guidassi? Eta Young from Levante. Would you bring him in?
I think they just wanted to see exactly where.
Do you want to have a double partnership of Eta Young and Ferran, going band for band for that striker position? That would be, like a youth play.
Of Rashford. Barça trying to drive defenders out of the way. It's Rashford.
Well, it's safe from Herrera.
And again, a pretty comfortable save for Sergio Herrera.
That was a great shot.
Well, it's a nice height for him.
The board needs a back flick because third year is the real make or break. I agree. This upcoming summer, Hansi Flick needs massive reinforcements. What happens with Marcus Rashford? Is he staying? Is he leaving? Are Barcelona going to pay those 35 million euros? Oh, Pedri makes a mistake.
Here is Victor Munoz. He has a run to goal. Do you bring him down or do you allow him to
Oh
chance
my
his
gosh.
luck? Well, that's not the first time that he has given the Barcelona defenders the run around. And he's
Thank
got more
goodness
pace
it's
and more
Balde and
determination
Araujo
than
in
him
that
as well.
position.
Well, I said it in the first half, his pace is really good, particularly when he's running with the ball. You expect Balde to catch him up, but he can't do so.
Here goes Rashford. Skating
Great
through
run
the
from
defenders.
Rashford. Flick wants players that suit his system. And those players are players that play with a high intensity, that have the pace, have the technical ability. Oh,
Rashford in there. Herrera.
Hansi's-
Box away. Balde.
Hansi Flick's system, number one, requires fantastic wingers. Fantastic wingers who are able to chip in with goal scoring, who pressure really well, who are intense, and have pace. Those are the type of wingers that thrive in Hansi Flick's system.
Balde.
On number 9, we need a clinical number 9.
Drives it in. It was one of those that could have gone anywhere. And that
So close. So close.
He's trying to find, I think, he would have been going for goal. A couple of deflections, took one off Boyomo and then hit the knees of Catena.
A huge stroke of luck for Osasuna.
Not the best cross from Rafinha.
One area that Barcelona certainly could sharpen up their game, and this is
the counter attack, I think.
Yep, from the previous.
Yeah, it was a mistake from Pedri.
Literally took their eye off the ball.
It was a mistake by Pedri, but look at the pace here and strength. And when he gets there, he's trying to bend it into the near post. He doesn't get enough bend on it. He's certainly a threat when he's running with the ball.
Yeah, that chance from Munoz. Look at that.
With Balde in a situation like that, must have been going through his mind. Do I bring him down?
Absolutely not.
To do 5 minutes into the second half, and
absolutely not. You'd rather concede than make that foul.
Fancied the shot stopper's chances in a one-on-one situation. Ironically, Victor Munoz and Balde, who was chasing him, were teammates in the Barcelona youth teams for a number of years.
No way.
Rashford. Garcia to Koundé. Great ball, Koundé. Top control.
No!
Just took a fraction too long.
Rashford, take the shot.
To launch himself at it.
Well, he hit it first time, but does he go for the right corner here? But it's a good block by the right wing back.
Frustrating. 9 center back, left back, maybe another midfielder, probably a goalkeeper if both Mats and Tech leaves.
Koundé.
I agree, NJ. We need a 9. Gerard Martin, he's no longer a left back. I mean, but you count him as a backup left back?
Here's the chance again. Well, he does go for the right corner, there's no doubt about it. They can't hit it any earlier. First time effort, just good defending.
Unfortunate for Rashford. All right.
Aymar thrives through the challenges.
It's Eric Garcia that's gone down.
Yeah, he's holding his ankle and he appears to be in some considerable pain. Garcia.
What happened here?
Well, one or two of the Barcelona players are suggesting it might have been an over-the-top tackle here.
Well, it's his own bravery which was his downfall.
He steps on him.
I think it was a great deal that Aymar could do to avoid standing on the long leg of Eric Garcia. He's a warhorse, isn't he?
Okay. We need a new backup goalkeeper for sure. I agree. Yeah.
It's a nice height for the goalkeeper.
I think Ter Stegen and
short steps.
Szczęsny,
Nice save from Herrera.
they're gonna have to leave.
He's a man who's made his name with
Both of
penalty
them.
saves over the years. Saved 2 against Real Madrid.
Szczęsny, he's been great, in the time that he's been here, but we need, to add some youth. We need someone to add for the future in that position. Maybe you could look at Cochin from La Masia.
First goalkeeper to prevent Barcelona scoring in La Liga in a run of 36 matches. If they score tonight, Barcelona would equal the record of Ernesto Valverde 6 years ago when he was in charge, and they scored in 37 consecutive La Liga games. Rashford.
Corner for Barca.
Are well aware that his preference
I can't lie,
is
the
to get
Osasuna
back
goalkeeper
inside
looks
on
like
his
okay.
right foot.
Who's warming up? Move the camera.
Ring of roses from Ferran Torres.
You have basically everyone warming up.
Distraction. In for the head of Koundé. Captain Rafinha. Yamal.
He didn't do enough to beat his man on that occasion. Trying to protect the inside of that man there, Munoz.
Taken quickly. That's a great sharp pass. Just had to readjust Gerard Martin. Yamal.
Whoa.
Still learning his trade. 18 years of age. One of the best players in the world. But you can see at times like that he will learn.
Literally everyone is warming up.
Sharper from Barcelona. Continuing to create chances.
Everyone. If they go on the board, low ball flick again, I might just have to say flick out based on them failing flick. I don't want flick to deal with this player. See, but regardless of if the board support Hansi Flick or not, I don't think that there's a manager out there that would do a better job than Flick. Oh my gosh.
Great ball into the area and again just sticking out.
I want Flick. He's shown his capabilities of being able to improve the squad with very little. This summer needs reinforcements. It can't be that you have regulation, teams that are about to be relegated in the Premier League outspending you. It can't be multiple summers in a row where you spend 20 million. No, those are funds that teams in La Liga 2, in the championship spend. But even then they spend even more. The fans are going to ask for signings.
Special attendance 42,058. It's difficult to get a ticket for the Camp Nou as they have restricted attendance at the moment. Things are.
How many times will Flick? Yeah, it's one thing of Barcelona getting rid of Flick, and another thing of just Hansi Flick just leaving, saying, "Hey, I just haven't been helped."
Ferran Torres had come in, miscued clearance, gives it back to Rashford. Baldy's there just in case he feels he can't beat the fullback. Pedri. Balde.
They got the guile. Precision of pass just to break down Osasuna here in these sort of positions.
Gerard Martin. Rashford.
There's not for Fanny Garcia.
He loses his patience. Fall kindly for Pedri. Pedri hangs it in the air. Yamal.
Oh.
Can't get it through the legs of Bretones.
What does Hansi Flick do here?
Rafinha.
Does he put in Lewandowski? Does he put in Fermin? What changes does he make? Barcelona, they started the half with intensity.
Rashford has come in from
Nothing.
Well, appeared to be taken out there by Boyomo, and it leads to a counter-attack once more from the razor quick.
Eric Garcia, you are an absolute beast. Eric Garcia, you are a monster in that back line. Holy. Eric Garcia tracking back and makes that tackle.
Looked like a foul. As did that by Iker Munoz.
And the stadium chants his name.
Twisted and turning. Grab of the shirt, then the leg. Yeah, he's always going to get a yellow for that.
Look, hear that.
That's been frustrating to play against Pedri. Just when you think you might have a little bite at the ball, he twists and goes the other way.
Balde. Rashford.
Oh, Rafinha.
Well, that shows almost the act of desperation from Rafinha. Koundé is down holding his head, and If it is a head injury, the referee has no other option other than to bring on the medical assistance. It was a coming together of the forearm, not exactly the elbow of Kubasi and Budimir.
Not quite so sure on that one. Kubasi, players have to lift their arms to jump. He might have used the last ball into the box. It was missing the far post. Goalkeeper pushed it out actually into a worse area than it would have ended up. Just slowed it down. Yamal could get on it. It is Iniesta.
Yep, past and present. Iniesta wore that number 8 shirt with great distinction, now worn by Pedri. Shame we don't see Gavi wearing the number 6, but the latest medical update is that he may be back in March. He really has been blighted by terrible luck with injuries.
All right.
Good to have Pedri back out there, started now 4 games in a row.
No,
There goes
cool.
Koundé.
How does that go through your legs?
2 games in a row.
All right, Hansi, this is where you make some subs. You just need something different.
Couldn't quite get it into his path. Some tired Osasuna players out there, they've defended for their lives. So a couple of substitutions are going to be made.
The one who's definitely coming on is Raul Garcia. Tends to have a bit of a job share with Budimir. I like to play with just one central.
That's
striker.
offside, no?
Budimir has gone, it appears, at a fraction early. He had. That may be his final action.
It's a tight one. Probably top half of his body was offside.
Hey, the goal was disallowed in the first half for the big toe.
Or the big heel on that occasion.
Here goes Rashford. Pedri.
Oh my.
By Pedri. There's Garcia. The only safe way is back to Sean Garcia. Mati.
Every passing minute, the crowd are just getting a bit more restless. The desperation will become greater from the Barca players.
All of the media attention on their rivals Real Madrid and a new level of crisis in the capital. Things are going quite well here in Catalonia.
This low block. Holy Harambo.
Harry Garcia. Minimal to Koundé. Looking for Lamine. Sensible thing he's done there by Abel Bretones.
Just slipped on that bit of artificial surface that's on the edge of the pitch.
Instruction off the bench to keep that.
No,
ball. Take it
Guarci.
quickly, and it was Kubasi.
Ah, he just puts too much power onto the header.
He's not the biggest defender. He jumps early and gets across the front of Herando.
Hansi Flick still not making substitutions? No one's coming on.
Well, there are options down there.
I for sure am bringing on Lewa. For sure.
Being another.
As Ali Moreno was saying at half-time when they were discussing whether it should be Ferran Torres or Lewandowski, it's not a case of who should be playing in that position. It's a question of getting the ball to them, using their creative minds, finding a way through this well-disciplined Osasuna defence. Time for change for Osasuna. Geraldo Becker and Raul Garcia coming on. And in fact, it will be a triple change.
What changes is Hansi Flick making?
Garcia as well. He's been a thorn in the side. They'll be happy to see the back of Victor Munoz. Aymar is another one who's put in a lot of yards in midfield. Not a reflection on their performance, in fact maybe a thank you for the effort that they put in.
No substitutions on the part of Barca. Wow.
No signs of change just yet from Barcelona, but must be entering the mind of Hansi Flick to change things. Does he get Rafinha back on the left? Does he take Rashford out of the firing line? How does he unleash Lamine Yamal?
Well, had 64 minutes to find a breakthrough. Not done that yet. I fancy that they will score at some point. Enough of the ball.
Rivide. And a lone charge.
Corner for Osasuna? Yeah.
And he's got a corner out of Barcelona. Always like that graphic we get, which just suggests basically they're going to put the ball between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot.
It's always a good place to put it.
77% of the time. Will be the first kick of the ball for Ruben Garcia, man who's made over 300 appearances in top-flight football. His job is to place it into the pack and hope for the best.
Nice, Martin. Oh, right here on the counter.
A bad header away, right into the path of Rafinha, who is flying.
No!
Rafinha, just
Oh, you want Rafinha running to make that to
is helping his defense now.
take it to the end of that ball. I'm the one making the pass.
For Osasuna.
The ball had to be played in first time. When they played it to Angola, if he just feeds it into the space, I think Real would have been in.
Well, that is a silly free kick to give away from
Moncayola, yellow card.
Yeah, just a cynical grab of Yamal.
Rashford. Pedri. Kubasi. Mati.
We haven't even spoken about Ferran the entirety of this half. That's how little the ball has gone to him.
His legs are not as fresh as Raul Garcia, who's just come on.
You can see from that race he's probably quicker than Raul.
Well, they take anything.
It was a good try from Rafinha.
Why not? Well, it's all been very predictable in midfield, and that was a touch of unpredictable from inside his own half by Rafinha. The goalkeeper had completely lost the flight of that.
You take that. All right. 25 minutes left. Will Barcelona get a goal?
Good night. Pedri.
Hansi, a substitution or two has to be made, no?
Rafinha. Rashford. Yomo lets it go. Stylishly gets his team out of a tight spot. Geraldo Becker has a fair turn of pace. Kubasi doing a simple job. The next change is going to be Valentin Rossier coming on. They're using the full complement of substitutes earlier. They're going early in this game, Osasuna. He takes the place of the youngster Inigo Agurbide, who started just his third game of the season.
Straight swap by the looks of it. He's going to play as the right wing back against Marcus Rashford.
Pedri's into space. Look at that. A bank of 5.
Pedri.
There we go, goal.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They needed that so much, Rafinha.
Come on. Rafinha to score.
They put behind them all the pussyfooting around and direct hack.
Let's.
Back to the heart
What is
of
this
the
coming, bro?
defense.
Dude,
And that lifts the mood inside the Camp Nou.
just get out of here.
Much
A bit of credit
Rafinha.
needs to be given to Pedri.
Osasuna hit on the counter.
The weight of the pass was just enough. Defenders have to back off here because they're worried about Ferran Torres running in behind them. The pass is perfect.
No, the shot was perfect from Rafinha.
Lines it up between the two defenders. And then
Barcelona take the lead. Let's go,
inside
man.
his foot. Slightly
Let's
inside
go.
to wrap it round the ball and bend it beyond the goal.
Osasuna, they did a great job defending, but not able to defend for long enough.
Barcelona break the will of this Osasuna team. And it's the captain leading by example.
Come on. All right, now things are much calmer. Now Hansi Flick can make some changes based on like who's tired.
Goals in all competitions.
It has to be said, he has missed quite a few games.
Yeah, well, just the 9 actually of the 22 Barcelona have played, and of course when he has come back, he has been fighting to reach 100%. But Barcelona are such a tougher team when Rafinha is out there, not just with his skills, but his leadership, his voice out there, bringing the instructions and the ideas from the training ground of Hansi Flick onto the camp there.
No way.
Slip, vital slip.
No, Martino. Oh,
Cayola. That is always the danger.
oh my God, Martin slipped.
You score one, they'll give you a chance at the other end, and that was an out of character slip from Visca Barça. Well, they continue to play a dangerous game in the 18-yard box. De Jong is receiving instruction.
And now Osasuna, they can't defend anymore.
Depend on defence. Just one shutout in the last 16 games. There's Martin, as Stuart's pointing out to me there, that got away with one.
Right here, the best thing for Osasuna now is to get rid of a center back.
That's it. To Pedri.
There we go.
Barcelona haven't had a 1-0.
Look at the shot from Rafinha.
This season. Last 4 games have scored.
Mad respect to Osasuna's defensive duties. They were on point. They were amazing for the majority of the match. You had the brilliance of Rafinha.
The odd goal.
Yeah, had a great strike in order to get the goal.
Yamal. You could see the intention of finding Varane. He continues his adventure. Lovely little swivel of the hips, and then he tries to get around Bretones.
How's that now a corner? How's that now a corner, man?
Yeah, it was a corner, wasn't it?
Mistake by the referee's assistant on the far side of the field.
Fermin and Frankie de Jong set to come on.
Manhandling by Iker Munoz, who's sitting on a yellow card.
Okay.
Was playing up against Pedri at the moment. A yellow card for his foul on him.
Marcus Rashford and who else?
Because Rashford is going to make way for...
Well, as you can hear and as you can see from the pictures, Rashford has become a popular character at the Camp Nou. Can't criticise his effort tonight. Officially he's off for Frankie de Jong.
Pau Cuarci off.
Midfield with Martin Fermin Lopez coming on.
Well, I'd imagine that means that Eric Garcia will go back to centre half, and De Jong will take the place of Eric Garcia.
Okay.
You can hear the mumblings of discussion around the camp there as people are turning to the supporter next to us. What's it? Oh yeah, of course. Garcia will go back there, the man for all positions.
And Fermin Lopez will go to the left-hand side, or he's just started through the inside right at the moment.
There is De Jong to Lamine Yamal. We approach the final 15 minutes. Can Barcelona make it? 7 successive wins in La Liga will take them 7 points ahead of Real Madrid. We've got a very tough game on that Sunday night, taking on Alaves. Xabi Alonso under scrutiny without pretty much the whole of his defensive department, but we're told Mbappe will be there. Into the final 15. Here is Lamine Yamal. Good day.
Eric Garcia, yes.
Pedri, readjustment for Bolde. Garcia.
Hey.
Pedri.
Ah.
Well, it's Pedri taking a chance in midfield.
Nice, Rafinha.
Giving the most issues to Osasuna.
You're absolutely right, Pedri has been brilliant, as he so often has this season. Anybody that's just watching the game, you just take your eye off the ball at times and look at the movement of Rafinha. It's constant trying to get in behind the opposition, then coming short, then spinning again. He makes 3 or 4 runs every move.
I'm so excited to see the camp now reach its full capacity.
It's just good technique with the finish.
It's not going to be finalized until I believe next summer, or the start of next year actually.
The last 4 games, he's had a few problems in recent weeks, but
The roof needs to be finalized, all the top sections.
guide this young team through the closing
But we're getting there.
stages.
I still want to see Eric Garcia play striker. Who knows?
To De Jong. Torres, he looks as though he's beginning to tire in that attacking role. They have a fair replacement, if required, in Robert Lewandowski.
The game that really did for Frankie de Jong for a while was the Chelsea game. Him and Pedri played in midfield and they were outrun. Didn't look particularly athletic, didn't defend very well.
Pedri wasn't in that game. See, this is why I do not like the Spain commentators. You're completely wrong in that. What do you mean the midfield was overrun? Yes, it was a midfield. Oh, right there. It was a midfield of Frankie de Jong and Eric Garcia. Pedri was not involved whatsoever in that match.
Brilliant again from Pedri, who he really is at the peak of his powers at this moment.
If you're going to be bashing Barcelona's midfield, at least get it right.
Corner from Rafinha, who's now playing sort of quite a bit inside left rather than left wing. He's going to close the ball down now.
Herrera.
The only player that didn't really close it down with any enthusiasm was Yamal on that occasion. Not sure that Ferran Torres and Rafinha would have been too pleased with the wide right player.
The only team to beat Barcelona on their own turf this season, European champions Paris Saint-Germain back in the first week of October. Balde to Pedri. Garcia.
Hey.
He's suddenly finding footballing acres in the midfield. Feeds it to Rafinha.
No!
Rafinha. Good defending.
What a chance.
My goodness, it needed to be. No questioning that he's back to full fitness now. The brilliant Brazilian.
He's just stretching there. Good pace from Boyoma and Pedri with the turn. It was a perfect pass almost.
Pedri. Nah, that guy's a genius out there. Best midfielder in the world.
Fermin Lopez. He's been given the corner-taking duties. Herrera kind of slaps it in the air. All the way by Wojciech. Now Boyoma. Pedri tries to get it down on the ground and does so superbly. Fans loving what they're seeing. This is a platinum performance from Pedri. His name ringing around the stadium. Minimao. De Jong. Martin. Fermin Lopez. Referee doesn't know where to go. He's as mesmerised as the Osasuna defenders.
Ooh, great shot from Lamine.
Save.
Another save from Herrera.
Minimao has come in from the wing. He's playing in a central position at the moment. Pedri. Moncayola loses out. Anyway, will do for Wojciech.
All right, come on.
She says continue. And then decides
10 minutes late. No changes from Monday?
Koundé.
Here was the shot from Yamal. Again, it's a good effort, but it's a nice height for the goalkeeper. If it was down by his, not so much his feet, but lower to the corner, he might have struggled that little bit higher, but he was always going to get there, Herrera. He's had a good game, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's had a good game.
Experienced goalkeeper.
That has been solid.
The skipper of this Osasuna team. Not a victory last week, but that was on the run of 7 games without a win, putting them on the brink of the relegation zone.
Great work, Eddie.
Girona in the last relegation position.
Eric Garcia looks tired, man. He's ran so much. I don't know, man. I think Eric is the man of the match. It's either, for me, it's either Gerard Martin or Eric Garcia. Both of them have been amazing.
Maybe for a number of the younger players who've been on the fringes this season to.
And what's crazy is that both of them have had similar redemption stories. The Barcelona fan base abusing both of them. For Eric Garcia, I remember the game against Benfica.
Lewandowski coming on just yet.
Under Ronald Koeman, where you lost 3-0. He had a horrendous game. The Barcelona fans were butchering him.
Referee allows Osasuna to continue. Martin, little unconvincing. Becker gets the crossing. Offside.
He went off to Girona, able to refine his form. That made Barcelona want to sign them. And now they're being praised left, right, and center by.
The ball gets played forward. It's Becker that was offside. Now couldn't get his touch right.
By the Barcelona fan base. Good thing I never gave up on both of them. Eric was overplayed under Koeman. He needed to be benched. The thing is, Eric Garcia came to the club when he was, what, 22?
The club with the worst away record this season, heading for that.
He came when he was like 22 and he was expected to be a Gerard Piqué, you know?
Barcelona aiming to make it 9 wins out of 9 at home.
Yeah, exactly. He was, you know?
Barcelona centre forward.
The Barcelona fan base put so much pressure on Pau Garcia, and he's 18. He's leading the Barcelona back line. That's also something that we have to keep in mind. This squad is still so young. The game against Real Betis, the Barcelona, they posted a stat. It was the youngest average age, I think, in the league or in club history, something like that. It was like 23.
Dutch team. A good Barcelona side.
The average age of a Barcelona player in that match was 23.
The thing about this edition of Barcelona is that they will always...
You're asking these young players to not only perform well, put in consistent matches, but also be at a world-class level.
They do play the highest defensive line, and that allows Joan Garcia to come and take it. He was taken out, the ball is in the net, and the referee has a decision to make here. Goalkeeper offering protection to Joan Garcia, whose eyes were fixed on the ball. And that he was unbalanced.
The front player just fell over, didn't he? But he was given a little nudge by a couple of the Barcelona players. Here's Pedri on the ball. And look at just the weight of the pass. He waits for the defenders to be running backwards. So they can't now press the ball. And as they stop to come out to him, he just bends it.
Different circumstances for Eric and Guarci, though. One came during the darkest days. Yeah, precisely.
It was also good movement from Ferran Torres to take the defenders back towards their own goal, to give him that bit of space.
It's an exquisite little touch as well, wasn't it? Ferran Torres.
Nice, Ferran. Lovely work.
Lamine Yamal, can Barcelona get the insurance second goal?
Oh, wow. On goal. Rafinha brace.
Subject to a VAR check, but he's not hanging around. Points in the bag.
And he goes to the Barcelona subs to celebrate.
Tries to clear the ball that plays it to him, but also the player that was recovering with Koundé.
That's such an unfortunate goal for Osasuna because the defender clears it. The defender clears it, but clears it poorly, and it just lands to Rafinha.
I think we'll get his second goal here.
I think that's onside.
Playing from the left-hand side since they've made the changes, but it's still effective. Here's the forward run. No offside there.
If it intentionally comes off the defender rather than deflection, then the goal is allowed. He made an attempt to play the ball. Unfortunately for him, he's played it into the goal-scoring path of Rafinha.
Is he going to stand for offside, yes or no?
Quite on the byline, as I mentioned. But he does try and play the ball, the defender. So I think that should stand.
Under the current interpretation of the laws of the game, it should stand. A couple of years ago, it would have been in the grey area. Hansi Flick is keen to get Andres Christensen out there for a 13th substitution appearance this season.
And there's the change they made in midweek, the one you were talking about, Balde always coming off.
Yeah, still not got 90 minutes, more than 2 occasions this season.
Christensen will come in at centre-half. Martin will go to left-back. Martin has done a good job at centre-half, I would say. Unless he's actually one of the players that's going to be replaced.
Well, there seems to be a lot of confusion down there. Certainly Casado is ready to come on. And a huge help from the coach for Rafinha. His second double of the season. Got 2 against Valencia. And also, I think it's a clever move, this, allowing Pedri and Rafinha, being the 2 standout players for Barcelona tonight, to get the full appreciation of the supporters. And Rooney Bardghji.
Rooney Bardghji on the left. Oh, that's weird.
Many thought that Rafinha was a candidate for the Ballon d'Or last year.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Influence on Barcelona. When he was missing,
lovely Christensen, lovely work right there.
Occasions this season, 9 games, he didn't make the starting 11. Only 3 starts since September, but if they can get him back to his best, and there are signs of that tonight, then Barcelona are going to be a tough team to contend with in La Liga.
Well, there's no doubt about it. So whether they're playing the Champions League, La Liga, they are always a threat going forward. Maybe not in that Chelsea game. It was an off day.
Maybe not in that Chelsea game. Yo, like,
I think might cause them problems will be...
Is that the only match that you can think of?
Defence absolutely solid. The mechanics of this high line. Only need to get one
Sheesh.
part of it wrong.
What's up, Selvin? My boy Rafa. Glad we didn't sub him off and just put some trust in him.
Still a little bit of work to be done in the Champions League for Barcelona, but they did their chances of power are good with a tough victory against Eintracht Frankfurt in midweek.
Find Jules Koundé. Find Jules Koundé.
Now to keep a clean sheet. Joan Garcia hasn't had a shutout in the last 5 games he's played.
Oh, nice, Lamine.
What a joy to watch. Hasn't been his most effective game, but he still does things that other players don't even attempt to do.
Oh, Martin.
He's done that in the main very well, Martin. Big interceptions.
I mean, Lopez, the goalkeeper, reads the intentions, clears his lines. 3 minutes will be added to the game. Raul Garcia. Such is the nature of this Basque team. They're not going to give up the chase.
There we go. Lovely work. It was a difficult game. Osasuna, they did a really good job defending. This was one of the nastiest low blocks that we've seen. They defended really well, defending with a bank of 6 at times. They limited Barcelona, limited their chance creations. They were trying to hit Barcelona on the counter. We were defensively solid, and it was only going to be a matter of time before they succumb to the pressure. You have to be perfect for 90 minutes, and against this Barcelona team, that's really difficult. And obviously, you had the individual magic of Rafinha to give us the victory. And now we put pressure onto Real Madrid, boys, because when we look at the league table, this is how it looks like. Barcelona now.
Centre-half's position. Lamine Yamal has the defenders
Oh,
rocking on the heels. The supporters on their toes.
No! We're now 7 points ahead of Real. They obviously have a game in hand. They play against Alaves tomorrow. Is it at home? No, it's away from home. If they lose or if they drop points, then Alonso's getting sacked for sure.
Has been for much of the game.
For sure.
Great plays for that man there, Lewandowski. Just kept back for the next couple of games.
Oh, no. Man, another loss for Osasuna. That makes it 9 for the season so far.
Orchestrating. Ali Moreno with his insight and Luis Garcia. Will be seeking the opinions of the people that matter.
But overall, a really solid match from Barca. You saw a good performance. Eric Garcia, Gerard Martin, I would say, you're most likely Rafinha is going to win the man of the match because of him scoring the 2 goals, him being the difference maker. But they've been just so solid. Shabby job on the line this game, though? I believe so, yeah. If Alaves don't get... No, if Real Madrid don't get a result against Alaves, then most likely he's gone.
Ali said they were sleepy. They've clearly awoken since the half-time team talk. Victory.
And that's game, boys.
Barcelona tonight.
3 points for Barca. We get the victory. And that's the job done. That's what we want. Look at that right there. So lovely. It's getting cold in Barcelona. It's getting cold. Winter's approaching. Winter's coming. But guys, thank you all for watching. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the match reaction. We'll look at some of the key moments throughout the match. Lamine Yamal, man of the match. What? Why? That's weird. I would have thought Rafinha for the goals. All right, no worries. Zidane ready if needed. That'd be a mistake from Real. That'd be a mistake. And I thought that Zidane was looking to take over the France job if needed. All right, guys. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Barcelona get the job done. We get the 3 points. We move on. We put pressure on Real. And I'll see you guys all in a couple minutes. Peace out, guys.